There's no point in trying to escape, Jerry.
Who said that? Who's there? How do you know my name?
I've known you for a while.
Jerry.
You can call me
Jigsaw.
What? I thought Jigsaw was dead.
I guess not.
But you'll probably be dead soon.
Why?
Do you want
To play a game.
What kind of game?
tell me why you're here?
And I'll let you go.
If you can't,
You die.
Okay. What are these things on my nipples?
that's my nipple machine.
Have a taste.
Dang.
Doesn't
Feel so good, does it?
No, not really.
Figured it would hurt a little more then. No, not really.
It was a solid purple nurple. It was really annoying.
You screamed?
Yeah, I figured it would be worse. I guess it was kind of a premature scream.
So maybe that wasn't horribly painful. But wait till you
Get a load of my atomic wedgie swing.
Atomic wedgie swing? What? Am I here because I used to beat you up?
in high school.
You beat everyone up.
You were a
Bully.
Who cares?
Well, I do.
I was insecure, so I was an asshole to weaker kids. I apologized to most of them over the past couple years. I mean, a lot of them are actually really successful now.
Thank you. Well, that's true. Yes.
Half of them have like 7-figure tech jobs now. I think the only dork that never amounted to anything was Preston Gaylord. God.
It's Haylord. Hey. I mean, his name is Preston Haylord, and I heard he's very successful. A pretty big deal.
What? How? That kid ate dessert for lunch like every day. He had 8 different inhalers. He always smelled like muffins, and he had that weird disease with his feet that made him only wear baby shoes. He would always be waddling around like blah 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 blah. He looked like a cartoon Muppet.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy to me.
Every time I made fun of him, he'd try to put a hex on me. He thought he was so, like, dark and goth, but he couldn't even get that right. The kid dressed like he was a background extra in an Avril Lavigne music video.
I did not. He did not. I'm not him.
Wait, are you Preston Gaylord? You are! Oh my god, dude, this is insane.
No, it's not me. I mean, him.
Wait, what happened to your stutter?
It only comes out when I'm nervous.
Oh, man, your stutter sounds even stupider in that voice.
Shut up.
Preston, dude, I can't believe you're a copycat serial killer. This could not have worked out any better. Okay. All right. Are you trying to twist my nipples off?
No, not at all.
Yes, you are. God, you're still so weird.
Yeah. You're weird.
Yeah, okay, good one. Look, can I go now since I beat your little game?
You didn't win.
What? Yes, I did. I figured out why I'm here. It's because I bullied you. Plus, I know you're Preston Gaylord.
Haylord, and I'm not him.
You totally are. Now let me go, okay? A deal's a deal.
But I can't let you go. You go to the cops.
Dude, no, I will not go to the cops, okay? You think I want anyone to know that I got kidnapped by a guy who used to wear a vampire cape to gym class? I'd rather you just kill me.
It was a cloak, and Dracula wore one, and I needed out
Dude, you're wearing the mask?
Yeah.
My God, it just got better. Holy shit. You're officially the worst.
What?
Where'd you get that? Amazon? You're probably
No.
gonna return it too, right?
No.
You're definitely gonna return it. You're not keeping that.
I like this mask. Shut up or I will untie you.
All right. I'm done. I'm done now.
All right, well, this is kind of an awkward situation here. Let me just get this here for you. Hold still, Jerry.
Dude, my nipples.
I'll get them.
The nipples,
I'll do it.
please.
I got your nipples.
You're touching my nipples.
No.
Oh, Gaylord. Gaylord likes his nipples.
Do not. Stop
Joking.
it.
Come on, help me up. Come on.
I don't like nipples, Jerry.
Ow.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Come here, Gaylord.
Oh,
How you like that, baby?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, which means welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm Quarterback Garrett, and as always, Angela.
What up?
And hi.
Oh,
What?
We're all in the same space
Hey.
again. It's a Tuesday.
I didn't know how to start.
Okay.
Where can we find you besides here?
Me?
Yes.
On my own channel and on Friday Night Tights on the Nerdrotic channel as well.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah. What about you?
The 15th and 16th, that's a week and a half.
Oh.
Fort Worth, Hyenas.
What?
What?
Sold out shows?
Yeah, those are in
the
the
past.
weekend.
Those are-
Yeah. And then let's see. March 22nd, Eagle Ridge Resort in Galena, Illinois. I think I'm saying that right. March 23rd, ABC Supply Stadium in Beloit, Wisconsin. And April 5th at the Frenthal Center in Muskegon, Michigan. So come out to those shows.
Hey. And today we have a couple of my friends, a couple friends of the show, the great Chris Gore and Alan Ing from Film Threat in the studio and through Skype.
Yes.
We got both going on.
We got two things happening.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Going.
week
All
clap.
right.
Well, thanks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good to have you guys on the show.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Heck yeah.
I actually flew out for this one. I don't know what Chris was doing.
Well, I think Alan was more concerned about delivering a specific gift to Garrett than he was with picking me up. So there was a miscommunication. I was left behind, but that's not going to stop me being on the show. So thanks.
Well, thank you.
Does this mean I got
Yes.
my
I
wish?
think it means you get a gift.
Yes.
Yes, I believe it is your wish. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh,
Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
This was my ulterior motive.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Dune bucket.
Let's see it.
All right.
Show the.
Here's the Dune bucket.
Ooh, what a weird
Oh,
flashlight.
prestigious.
Yes.
Oh, it feels interesting. It's got a rubbery finish to it, and if it had some buttery flavored sauce on it.
What an odd spittoon.
I was going to leave the TSA notice that was in there.
Oh man. Don't frisk search me. It's all inside of the bucket.
Is that from what's this from AMC?
AMC.
AMC Shai Hulud bucket.
And they fill it with popcorn, I hope?
I would imagine so.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you eat out of this thing?
You put your hand in it, silly.
No, it's pretty self-explanatory.
How many sketches are you going to use the bucket in?
Well, it's going to be in the back of my shot, like constantly.
Right. Yeah.
Those sketches.
It's back here. So, guys, I wanted to bring you guys on because you are doing awesome journalistic work. You guys even say it's not really your forte. Like Film Threat, you guys do reviews on all kinds of indie film and major film, but you got some emails from industry professionals inside of Disney and got some information on that. So that's why I wanted to bring you guys on to kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it started back in November where Disney's Wish came out. I got to see go to an early screening of it. And then on our Film Thread live stream, I basically talked about how it was the worst animated film in the entire Disney 100-year history. And on that stream, I basically took screenshots of the trailer and went through why each of these screenshots are just so horribly animated.
Yeah.
And
You could tell there's a lot of finishing work that was not done. It almost looked like previs.
Wait till a few parts from now of the details, because we will really get into that aspect of it.
You're on part 3, right?
We're on part 4. Part 4 just dropped today.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so go read that on filmthreat.com, but take us to that.
Yeah, and so part of me when going through it, I just felt like it was the rantings of a fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
But soon we started getting emails from current Disney animators, from former Disney animators, basically saying that I was right and that there was something going on at Disney Animation that nobody knew about, and so stories started being leaked to us, and 100% no one wanted to be identified. So everything's anonymous. But, I've just been taking stories together, gathering them up, and then trying to put in some kind of narrative that makes sense. And that's what the D-Files is.
So the people that reached out to you, I'm sorry.
Which movie is Wish?
That was the last one.
Yeah.
It came out literally a little over 3 months ago.
I have a kid, and I just don't even know why I haven't.
Oh, exactly.
What's it about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have Disney Plus. Just even for our audience, what is it?
Yeah, it's basically the origin of the Disney Wish, the connective thread through most of Disney animated features. And it's kind of that origin, but what it ultimately became was the story of this activist young woman and how she took down the king.
Her father grants wishes, and she's like, why doesn't everybody get their wish granted? And he's like, well, not everybody can have a wish granted. But of course, he's the evil guy.
It was originally intended to be the story of the song "When You Wish Upon a Star," but it ended up being about a young black girl and a goat. I don't know how we got there, but that's literally what happened. But it's weird because
it's Big meets the Kite Runner,
possibly. But it's weird because those emails that we got from people who worked in the animation field, that led to other types of emails and things that were being shared with Alan and I, especially related to DEI, how it's infected every level of Hollywood. It's changed hiring practices, rules, to the point where veterans in the industry are like, why do I even want to work in this business anymore? They brought in, basically they're letting the crazy people run things now. So it's kind of nuts. And while some might call Alan and I the Woodward and Bernstein of Hollywood, we did not ask to be put in this position. It just happened. So
you're doing a fantastic job. Like,
you want us to just call you guys Deep Throats?
Yeah. That's where, Deep Throat.
In the D-Files, the article that you wrote.
Yeah, I read both of them, and like you were saying, how John Lasseter was really the one who came on board originally, Toy Story, and like originally he was the guy bringing everything good to Disney.
Yeah, and then when Bob Iger took over as CEO of Disney, they brought in John Lasseter to be the chief creative officer, and you can point to that moment where you just saw an elevation of the quality of storytelling that was coming out of Disney animation, because he was bringing that sensibility that it brought to Pixar to Disney.
Yeah, he's an OG animator from the 80s. Worked with Disney before that. Left and did his own thing with Pixar and
I mean he's kind of the forefather of computer animation, right? Him and Steve Jobs. They were the ones who Steve Jobs created Pixar and then brought John Lasseter on to produce shorts, and then ultimately Toy Story came out.
He was Me Too'd because he hugged people too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's a simple way of stating it. It's a little more complicated, and we kind of outline it there. But, the way it was that John Lasseter was kind of in the position to become the next Walt Disney, kind of the public figure of the Walt Disney Company. Yeah. And some may have felt jealous because of that. The other thing is that that John Lasseter is a creative genius, and when he would look at your work, he would kind of turn from this jovial, nice guy into a stone cold critic of your work. Okay. And he was very harsh when it came to creativity. And some people would take that as kind of encouragement to do better and to grow and improve, while others took it personally. And
really, with a new generation like this?
I know, it's weird.
There's no way.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. And I could tell you that personally he was a hugger. We showed behind the scene videos that Disney published of John walking to the office and just hugging people, men, women, everyone. And the other thing about John is he liked to drink. He liked wine. He lived in Napa Valley, and sometimes it went a little too far to where he actually had to have handlers follow him around at office parties. And we had some people reach out and say that they were told not to bring their girlfriends to office parties if John was there.
Yeah, that explains the hugging.
Yeah.
Also, where was Pixar located?
Emeryville.
Burbank, right?
Yeah. No, it's Northern California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it is. So I thought it was in Burbank. It was a short drunk drive to work every day. Okay.
Yeah. He'd fly back and forth, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Through the grape fields.
Yeah.
So the people that kind of canceled them are this new breed that kind of came in. under the veterans, and then have replaced the veterans through the DEI processes that kind of came in behind that.
Yeah, I mean that kind of came out in the last D files in part 3, where when they got rid of John Lasseter, they wanted to go for 50-50 equity in terms of animators, of male and female animators.
Jennifer Lee, right?
Yeah, Jennifer Lee, and the reality was there wasn't enough women to make it 50-50. So you do one of two things. You get rid of the guys, so you lower that number, and then you bring in inexperienced women who basically they got off Tumblr, and you bring them in and to equal things out. And the problem is that they weren't necessarily people who had a passion for animation. They had a passion for being at Disney. They had a passion for having a creative say in things. And when they came in, they didn't want to hear any advice from the veterans. They're old white guys. And so anytime any of them tried to offer some encouragement or some advice, they were shut down. And it just got to become this toxic environment.
Now, Chris, could you take us through, because in the D files, you guys show the documentation, the hiring practices of that kind of got us there. Could you take us through that a little bit?
Well, some of it, there's two stories there's a lot that we've been exploring. So there's the D files that Alan's been doing. There's another series of stories regarding the industry and how DEI, or DEIA as it's known at Amazon, has just infected everything in entertainment. The story has come out recently regarding Sweet Baby Inc. Oh, yeah. There's versions of that all over Hollywood, which is basically every HR department in Hollywood is now empowered to judge screenwriters based on types of jokes that can and cannot be told. It's disgusting. And so we've found all of these, not just websites. These are like sort of the corporate back end. You kind of have to search for it and find it, like what the policies are of Amazon or Walt Disney Company with in relation to DEI. But now you've got HR departments dictating the type of content you can and cannot do. Elon Musk actually tweeted out one of the videos that Alan and I did going through Amazon's rules. I mean, it's horrifying. And I sent it to friends of mine who work in the industry, working screenwriters. They work in film and television. They're saying this is completely dystopian. It's Orwellian. It's disgusting that you would have the HR department telling you what to do. And even Dakota Johnson, my buddy Dante James, shout out to Verbal Riot
Dante,
Show.
what's up?
Yeah, so he tweeted out this quote from Dakota Johnson, just talking about this is she
was just in Madam Web.
Yes.
Right, she's the lead in Madam Web, but not just that. Someone asked her, "What do you think of all the criticism?" She's like, "Well, she didn't deny it. It's like she kind of basically said the movie deserved it, but she said the thing that she fears is movies being made by committee don't result in better movies, and secondly, AI is only going to make things worse." You should look up Dante's tweet at Verbal Riot Show, but he put that out. This is so you've got like the creative people who actually make films, right? People like Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, people who have a creative vision battling constantly with an HR department that's saying, you have to make sure that you have a certain amount of diversity. I think when diversity is organic, you kind of know it. And then when Disney does it, it looks like they're casting a Disney Channel show.
Yeah. So Oppenheimer, I did not like the lack of diversity.
I know there were Asians in it, but they were all off camera.
I know. What is this?
I didn't show any of that. That was my main gripe.
They were discussing heavily. Even with Disney jokes too, the best part about Pixar was that the idea was you would always have something for the audience that was kids and something for the adults.
Absolutely.
It was a little under the radar, and that's kind of what made it work. Now, if you take that away where you're already walking that tightrope, you're just going to take out all ability to have humor in anything at that point.
Well, in the current D files, we talk about Strange World, which was the one
another failure.
Another failure, but it was very intentional in the fact that the story was an environmental message. It was an allegory about the dangers of fossil fuels.
I'm so glad they brought it up.
Yeah, and then this is the first time that Disney or even Pixar had an actively gay character in it. And, all very intentional in the sense of, this is the message we want to get out there. We have, rather than entertain kids, we have to now teach kids. And that's what they're doing.
BlackRock, the CEO of BlackRock, was interviewed, and he said we need to force behavior. That's forced behavior right there.
Well, unfortunately, no one's behavior changed. No one was forced to see that movie. Yeah,
they can try, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah, if nobody saw it, it doesn't really help.
Yeah,
Buzz Lightyear was the same way as well. I think one of the characters was a diverse lesbian or something like that. And that also didn't work.
And that's when they took Tim Allen out of, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it was Chris Evans instead.
But the thing is that they were virtue signaling. They were trying to get reach out to the LGBT audience, and the problem was they never showed up. Mm. At least if you're trying to pander to someone, you do it in a way that would get that group to come and see your movie, and they never saw the movie.
Well, I don't think gay people hated Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Everybody grew up with that.
Well, that's the thing is, I rewatched Aliens the other day with my son, and there's actually a gay character in Aliens. Mm-hmm. It's Frost, the black character. There's a joke when they're all together on the ship. They're having dinner. They just defrosted themselves, and they're talking about, you have sex with whoever you want, and he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter as long as it's whatever. And they're joking about it, but on his armor, it has a heart with an arrow through it, and it says Heath, so it's like a man's name. Mm-hmm. Never brought up other than those two things. Yeah. Doesn't matter to the character outside of that because that's not what his point in the story was. Not pushed over everybody's head. You probably didn't even notice it because it was so organically just like part of the character.
Yeah. And
that's what I think people don't like is that inauthenticity with bringing in these characters that are they feel so forced. Like Sweet Baby Ink, you were just talking about Starfield, our great friend Heel versus Babyface is running victory laps because people made fun of him because he got so passionate about Starfield and how they were infusing all of this gender identity stuff into the game. They laughed at him because they thought he was a man baby or whatever, just in his basement making fun, being too passionate about something. Then it turns around and they go, wait, what's a Sweet Baby Ink thing? And Sweet Baby Ink, if you don't know that, what that is, it's the same thing, DEI, all of that for movies, same thing for video games. It's been in a ton of video games that you've probably heard fail because they're this consulting firm that goes in and goes, hey, writer, we think that you should actually write about this, and you shouldn't make that character that. You should actually make this character something else. If you look at the first Batman game, Batman Arkham Asylum, there was 2 writers on that. Second one, there was 3 writers on that. The next game after that, it up, and now there's 26 writers.
It's a committee now, yeah.
Half of the writers in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League are Sweet Baby Ink writers.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, Az's point was the idea that, when they criticized him, it was like, well, this is just one game that you're whining about.
Right.
But the reality is what Az was talking about was that this was happening in every game. And it was showing up in every game, and he was just getting tired. And I think we were all getting tired of this message.
Absolutely.
Infecting everything that we see, everywhere we go, the message. And I think we're getting to a point now where not only us loud people are tired of it, but the public in general are tired of it.
Yeah.
I just think that they need to make more relatable gay characters, like classic ones, like, Dr. Smith from Lost in Space or C-3PO from Star Wars. These are gay characters that are likable and appeal to everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
it's been around forever.
Yeah. But the thing is, our behavior, the things we do from a day-to-day basis isn't defined by our sexual orientation.
Right.
But in these movies where you have to have a lesbian character, at some point they have to go and kiss somebody. And, it's you can make them gay. It's just, why do you have to go out of your way to point out that they were, that they are gay, they have to kiss someone, or that they're oppressed in some way?
But it's so disingenuous because when it goes over to China or to the Middle East,
they cut
those scenes right out, Disney.
Yeah, well, that was one thing we pointed out in Strange World, was that because of the gay character, practically half of the international countries wouldn't take the film. And so it lost a great deal of international box office because of that.
Well, at what point does it go back to being about a bit of money for them?
Yeah,
because it has to. I mean, they're just losing money right and left by doing this, and it's pleasing no one. So what's the purpose?
Yeah, well,
it's like you said. Like let's say she comes in, kisses her wife or something. Who cares? But it's more or less that they kind of break off into like musical numbers and start a parade, and then half the movie's about it, and you're like, I don't understand. I don't care.
Yeah, I think with a lot of things, like when characters are gay and stuff, like nobody cares if it's a good character, if it's a fully fleshed out character. Like, it's the virtue signaling, the very obvious heavy-handedness of it that I think is what people are just like.
Yeah, and you speak of the money. I mean, when you look at the career of Walt Disney himself, he was constantly on the verge of bankruptcy. Every project had to be a success for him to keep his company going. Right. The Walt Disney Company today, they've lost $900 million over the last 2 years. That's a lot of money, and they're so big that they can write it off or they can do whatever. But at some point, how much more money can they lose?
Well, if you're not afraid to fail, you're never going to produce quality.
Absolutely,
nobody will ever learn anything from just endless amounts of successes, and especially when they're just patted on the back and thrown more money. That's the biggest problem even now with our entire country is just printing out money, handing it back to people.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's the problem with Disney. But you're right. Eventually, they got to hit something where you go, look, everything's a failure. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, there's that DEI budget line that every company has now, and it's like, what are you really getting for that money you're spending?
Yeah, because it's the quality. It's like you guys said. It was in so many words, but it's just replacing quality with equality. Mm-hmm. And what are you going to get? Because it's not really equality. It's not really anything. Right. It's just this
facade.
It's this virtual virtue signaling stuff that just makes no real actual sense.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of stuff that we talk about. Go ahead, Chris, please.
Oh, no, just a real quick thing. I think there's several grifts that are making Hollywood movies incredibly expensive. We just saw The Marvels came out that cost $300 million. Yep. Dune Part 2 cost $190 million. Okay, so much cheaper and what in terms of quality, so much better.
So good.
But what Hollywood movies are burdened with now are not just all the DEI stuff, but it's also you have a COVID compliance officer. Yeah. You have an intimacy coordinator. If anybody kisses in a movie, you got to pay an intimacy coordinator, right? I mean, it's all these grifts, and Hollywood just sort of bends over and says, fine, we'll pay it, because they're so afraid of lawsuits and an HR department. And now the next new grift, which is kind of what Sweet Baby Inc. is known for, is sensitivity reading. We did a whole, someone leaked to us a video of people trying to sell the services of a sensitivity read, which is you get someone to read your script who might notice, oh, this could be racist, this could be sexist, whatever, and it just homogenizes everything. It's ridiculous. I just think you would never. How would Quentin Tarantino?
I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking this. I read his book not too long ago. The whole thing is like you need to have that. Like he talks about how toothless the 80s became and how you just made carbon copy films. Anyway, sorry, Chris, go ahead. But it's the truth.
How would the Quentin Tarantino of tomorrow, whoever that kid is, right? That person trying to make it in Hollywood now would be stopped at the door because of all of these nonsense rules being written by these, these people in the DEI departments of these companies that are not just dictating policy about hiring, but policy about how to write jokes. The ones from Amazon are horrifying, and it should surprise no one that Rings of Power show turned out so terribly, and so
don't even remind me, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, we're getting another season,
and we're getting another season. It's a year out. Okay.
Do you have any examples of what you can't do? I'm just curious. I can look it up.
Well, if you're a white writer, you can't write black characters. You have to have a perspective of their reality, of their truth.
I think my favorite part of the video that Elon Musk put out. Sorry about that. My favorite part of the video that Elon Musk put out was when Alan was reading the DEI rules related to Asians and did it in an Asian accent. I wonder if he could do that right now.
Well, I don't have it in front of me, but you can't, like Asians. You can't portray them as hardworking, as smart, as in technical fields. Even though we're hardworking and we're in technical fields. I mean, look, they race swap Reed Richards with Pedro Pascal, and if they're going to race swap it, how is it that the smartest man, scientific man in the world is not Asian?
Exactly.
But you guys are hardworking.
I know, exactly.
What that is?
It's like we're kind of proud of that thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I've never
Like a cornerstone of like, a lot of Asian cultures.
Yeah, I've never really seen an Asian person get very mad about that. Like, don't call me doctor.
Yeah. I don't want you to talk about how successful we are.
Excuse me while I burn money. Yeah.
Kurt Metzger has a great joke about that where he says the only reason why white people hate Asians is because they're better at being white.
That's why they don't count them. They count Asians as white people now.
Well, that's what they do.
notice
They're
something?
actually you're in,
Let's just say we've hacked the system.
you have you've beat the system. Actually.
You made the system. I don't know what you're talking about. Hack.
You've hacked and recreated it. You just got to get that president thing down.
I know my wife asked my friend who was going to China to bring back something from China, and I'm like, half the things in our house is made from China.
Yeah, you're like, don't worry, we have plenty. I don't know, the flu. Sorry, the next one.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, you're like, don't worry. Yeah, you're like, bring back something American. It might be over there. Actually,
It'd be rare.
I think they sell it there.
Well, yeah.
Speaking
So
of which, though, made in America.
Fourth article has come out.
Yes.
Today, go read it. It's a fascinating read. You guys go way deeper than we even did today into all the files and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But first, do you have bad habits? Do you want to kick those bad habits?
Do you want to get rid of them?
I think so.
Nobody likes a good bad habit. A bad habit.
bad good
The bad
habit.
bad good
Good
habit.
bad habit.
Good bad habit.
Mm,
Good bad? No.
No.
Get rid of it.
Mhm.
It's a bad habit, and this will help you with it.
Kick that bad habit
To the curb,
to the curb. Fume.
like a dirty woman or man. I don't. You know.
It's like you're inhaling air, scented air, and it's like. Have you ever tried it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried it?
This, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
No, it makes you feel. I like the way it makes
Minty?
you feel. Minty. I like that word.
Yeah.
Sparkly. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say as well.
Yeah, instead
I-
of vapor, it's flavored air.
Yeah.
It's not about giving up. It's about switching up.
That's right.
Fume takes your habit and simply makes it better, healthier, and a whole. Thank you for scrolling late. A lot more enjoyable. Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. What? Yes.
Yes.
Flavored air. Fume.
Fume.
Instead of electronics, which suck, I hate watching people vape.
It's weird. It's like you're sucking on a robot's peen.
Yeah, it does. It just
good.
It doesn't look. You're not James.
You don't
Dean
look
would-
cool.
James Dean would never lean on a car and just jam a robo dick in his mouth. I shouldn't
And
say
fume
that
is
during
not
this.
like that at
No,
all.
that's what I'm saying.
It's organic, man. It's
cut
made
that
out
out.
of metals and wood.
And fun. That's the third recipe. Fun. Instead of electronics, fume is no harmful. Are there
natural.
harmful? Let me see if there's harmful chemicals.
Check it. Is
No.
No?
Just
there is
delicious
none.
flavors.
Just delicious flavors.
All natural, baby.
No harmful chemicals. So replace your bad habit. Fume is good. It's a habit and you're free to enjoy.
If you got one of those like
Yes.
fidget things, you're an autist. It's got little fidgety
Yeah,
things
you
on there
fidget
too.
it?
Yeah,
can
you can
fidget
like
it?
pull it
That's
and you
my
can
favorite
stick it
part
on
of it.
there. There's like a magnet base you can get.
I do like how it's fidgety.
Oh, yeah, it's a little cool.
I'm a very fidgety person when it comes to fume in my hand.
Oh yeah.
So start the year off right with a good habit by trying Fume. Go to tryfume.com/normal and getting the Journey Pack today. Fume is giving listeners of the show 10% off.
It's 10%.
when they use that code normal to help make starting the good habit that much easier. Start the good habit.
Look at that guy.
Try Fume. Look at how happy he is. He looks healthy.
.com.
Tryfume.com/normal to save 10% on the Journey Pack today.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Journey Pack. Journey Pack. Journey to
You,
the
you
center.
guys slid into that live read so organically. I thought you were mad at me about something.
Oh, you're just lying.
Actually, their teleprompter is burning right now. So.
It's just called brilliance.
It's called immense talent.
Just smooth, buttery goodness all the way down. Yeah, I loved reading your stuff on this. And I want to talk about Hollywood for a minute.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Elizabeth Hurley,
Bedazzled.
the star of Bedazzled and
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
and I'm trying to think of some
Anything else that she was in?
She's in
Probably
a lot of stuff.
Dreams.
Hugh Grant stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, Hugh Grant's
Oh well.
sitting at home while Hugh Grant picked up a hooker that Eddie Murphy once tried to pick up.
The same one.
The same one he killed. Elizabeth Hurley will be starring, allegedly. Elizabeth Hurley, this isn't alleged.
No, this is real.
This is real.
Murdering a hooker was. Elizabeth Hurley will be starring in a movie with a softcore lesbian sex scene. The film is written and directed by her 21-year-old son, Damien. It's a thriller called Strictly Confidential, which sounds like a comedy. This continues. All right, so this is actually coming out. I got to say, people are disgusted, so I will take the weight off of everybody and see this movie in the theater a couple times. Yeah. Probably.
You take the hit.
I'll take the hit for
everybody.
I'll stream it. Maybe see if there's a high-def Blu-ray to see if they've made it different.
Frame-by-frame analysis.
Yeah, and just see how bad it really gets. And after I watch it 30, 40 times, I'm going to come back with a thorough report on this Elizabeth Hurley scene that's lesbian.
Chris,
my question is, who approached whom about this?
how do you broach that subject? You're like, hey, Mom, I got a script.
Or, hey, son.
I got a script.
How do you do that? You're like, hey, Mom, cut. Like everybody's got to be
the scissors.
You got to be weirded out on the set, right? And they're like, he didn't call cut this much when she was eating in the dinner scene.
Do you have like an intimacy coordinator on that?
Mom, do you need to be wiped down?
Yeah.
Or sprayed down? Which one? Yeah. We have a guy for both.
Mom, I need you to les out like you mean it.
Really,
I'm just not feeling today, Mom.
It's really just not. This is. Are you an actress?
Can we have second unit shoot this scene? Anybody? Any possible? No, we don't have
Right.
budget. Okay,
Hey, I don't know. Try it with her on top.
I'll get this.
This is terrible.
Just more thumb. More thumb.
They don't think it's weird. And if you see, look at Damien. He's a very attractive young woman.
I was gonna say I thought that was the co-star.
Yeah, that's
He's
The other lesbian?
yeah. The
She's
other
hot.
lesbian next to her is a gorgeous young girl. That is her son Damien, who looks enough like Elizabeth that I would have my way with it. Penis schmeenus. That's what I say.
Who cares?
Beautiful.
You guys gonna review this on the website?
You know we are.
We're definitely going to review it. Alan, put it on the list.
Yeah. Got to get those clicks.
Like, dude, that's his
Clicks?
mom.
What?
You see all
Needs
the
a trifeum.
I have
rips
pictures
just
of it.
cross-legged.
Wait, you have pictures of it?
Some pictures. It's
Is
important.
this allowed to show? Well, let's do it.
Well, we should
we
show
can.
people. I mean, it's a
think this
weird
would be thorough.
story.
It's informative.
Yeah. Educational. Bring up the photo.
Just bring it up slowly.
Like a slow fade.
Maybe to soft music.
Sorry to tease you. Hang on one second.
It's fine. I just want to put a pillow over
I'll
my
just
lap.
say, for good or bad, Alan and I review pretty much everything that is released to theaters. You know, a lot of small indie movies, whatnot. And I will 100% see this. Wow.
Chris, talk slower.
Okay.
Really, when you
Chris,
see
talk
it,
slower and deeper.
I just can't imagine.
We need like some jazz.
Well, I don't know why you got to scroll all fast. Like some kind of hippie.
We're trying to analyze this.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, stop it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be thorough.
Yeah, excuse
Mom,
me.
you're gonna have to ride around a
By
little.
the way, get that firecracker shrimp.
Now put your hand.
You're an actress.
Boy, nothing's ever made me want to go to.
Man, Hollywood
They're
is
more.
a weird place.
Oh man! Now put your hand up my mom's dress. Perfect. You like it, Mom? All right.
Son, can you move the light over just a few inches?
We're gonna film.
Not quite hitting it right.
We're gonna film the sex scene outside, Mom.
Here's the money. I mean, the final shot. Final shot.
Now, mother, lift up mother's dress.
She's a warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, warrior.
Mommy is a warrior.
Mommy's a warrior. I think it's so. It is. I'm sorry. It's just too weird.
We can bring that down now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's so weird.
Man.
Oh man, I am in the mood for shrimp though. I know. Well, it's weird because it's this Hollywood sort of weird incest trend. Like Ethan Hawke, who I do like, recently directed his daughter Maya in a sex scene in the movie Wildcat.
No.
And he said he had no qualms about it, which I think
I would have multiple qualms. A lot of qualms. All the qualms.
I'd be like, all right, you can start by not touching her.
Yeah.
Like, why would you ever?
He's like, action. Couldn't hold myself back.
It's funny too because her mother, Uma Thurman, I don't think she said anything, but she was probably too busy, bitching that Quentin Tarantino was unsafe sometimes. It's like, now, honey, go direct our child in a sex scene.
Dude, what is up with the Hollywood, man?
It's just
It's
weird.
just a place of evil.
How can you be like, what scene are you doing today? You know our daughter? Yeah, I'm going to be doing a sex scene with her. Not me in it. That would be weird.
I'm just telling her
gonna
what to
watch.
do.
Yeah, I'm just going to be like, all right, honey, and suck it.
Arch that back a little more,
Yes.
sweetie.
Look like you
Higher
mean
moans. I want the louder moans so the audio guy can pick it up.
I want to hear him direct the guy, though.
it. Yeah, all right, what I want you to do, he's like looking at the guy who's with his, all right, I want you to slap that bitch's. Honey, roll your eyes
More to
back
this?
like you love it.
This is where we are.
All right, grab her ass like you mean it, sailor. Ethan Hawke doesn't usually talk like this. I don't know. It's weird. It's just
really
really been
aggressive.
directing this whole scene.
I'm just glad I flew out to Dallas for this.
Well, I should hope so. Look, this is my part of the show.
Taking this.
I get 5 minutes to be gross.
It's written in the contract.
It's in the contract.
There's really no other way to make fun of this.
Oh.
I mean, how else do you do it? It's your daughter.
Yeah.
You can't just...
Come on, Ethan.
Even if it's... Okay, let's say he's calm. Is that better? You're like, all right, I just need you to stroke her back. You're doing great, Tim. This is great.
Yep.
How are you liking it, honey?
Passionate.
This is good.
Angel cakes.
Yes. Put some more
There you go, my little
sweat
princess.
on her.
Little princess.
This is outstanding. Let's do this in a different light.
All right.
And after we're done, we'll go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, that's
Firecracking.
where I used to take you when I thought I'd be a good father.
You saved up those tickets? Get the big plush toy at the top?
I hear they're on a card now.
In action.
Speaking on a card, would you like some of Daddy's cocaine?
Oh, please.
You still there, Chris?
Yeah, jump in, Chris. Come on.
No, but this just reminds me of a lot of indie movies that we get that are pretty bad. We don't talk about them on the show all that much, but I don't know. Nothing in Hollywood surprises me. I mean, it's just like, it just doesn't surprise me in the least. So, yeah.
Do
like a
your
numbness
best
to it?
impression, Chris, of Ethan Hawke directing his daughter in a porn. Go.
We need more intensity. We need more intensity. Oh my God. Ethan Hawke. What was the last thing I saw him in?
The black
Phone.
Yeah.
Black Phone. That was really good.
Yeah.
It was creepy in
Really
that.
enjoyed it.
I give it 3 out of 4
Yeah, absolutely.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
That was
3 out of...
stars.
Okay.
Okay.
Daughters.
Usually
Oh, actually, the last thing I saw him in
3 out of 4
was
towels.
Leave the World Behind, that Netflix movie
Oh, yeah.
that the Obamas produced.
Right.
Is that the Sandra Bullock one?
No, it was
No,
Julia
no.
Roberts.
Julia
Oh,
Roberts.
Julia Roberts. That's right. Was that any good?
It was not bad.
Really?
fine.
It wasn't, yeah, and kind of disturbing. Kind of disturbing too.
I watched the trailer and I just thought, I watched that movie now.
You pretty much did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole story.
It was one of those. The trailers now just do the whole film, and you're like, why did I watch this? I don't know.
I just remember the Teslas and how they.
Oh, yeah, and they were killing people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is true. They do explode.
Did you see the Cybertruck crash into...
No.
Yeah, in Hollywood. Cybertruck jumped a curb and crashed into like a Hollywood sign or something. Not the Hollywood sign, but
Well, I hope it was electric.
Hollywood Hills, I think.
Oh, it was. Don't worry. It'll take a long time. It's got to heat up before it explodes. I love that they're blowing up.
Like Samsung phones.
It's why the Ford F-150 that looks great, the electric one, they're not really moving because they're like, well, we need them down where it's hot and they're exploding.
They blow up down there.
They're so hot right now.
Not that kind of hot.
Not that kind of hot.
Kind of hot.
Not Elizabeth Hurley and her son hot.
Ethan Hawke and his daughter hot.
Yes.
Different, very different.
Sopranos star Drea de Matteo.
Wait, is this the OnlyFans one?
Yeah,
Yes.
OnlyFans,
Okay.
which we've been asked.
Follow up.
People were mad we brought up OnlyFans because it was trafficking, and we're like, yeah, we know.
That's what we're saying.
We were saying it was
That's what
trafficking.
we're talking about. You guys don't know.
By us bringing up OnlyFans, we're not changing the company's dollar figure for the fan that was upset. She blasts Hollywood as a cesspool. Agreed. And says that OnlyFans saved her after being blacklisted for refusing the vaccine, which is probably true.
That's happened a lot.
But I think, if you're not a Hollywood celebrity, it really is just feeding a...
I mean, was she working much before that? Let's be honest here.
What was the list
Or
that
after
she did
that.
before?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, was it really the vaccine thing, or
It was like the 4 episodes of Joey, right?
That's right.
that's bleak?
Yeah, that's... It's not like she was rolling in it.
No.
Well, thus OnlyFans.
Is she saying like she did the OnlyFans thing just without a camera in Hollywood, and now she's doing it with a camera and it's on her own? Because in that case, it'd be like, hey, at least she's not in the room with other people.
Well, at least she's just directing herself.
Yeah.
Hollywood's
It's like an
gotten
independent
much
film.
weirder.
Yeah.
I mean, what is she doing on OnlyFans?
That's the big question.
Like
Yeah.
like
Bikini
burlesque.
shots.
Yes, I did some research on this, and there is no nudity.
Okay.
She's got a good racket though.
So it only got her to help catch her up on her mortgage payments.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Where for many girls, they do it all, and it's still just a rock bottom hell.
Yeah. Basically minimum wage.
Yep.
Probably less.
The last resort to a shattered life. So, white rappers.
The segue.
Somebody decided to go online and make black rappers white, and I'm here for it. Let's take a gander.
It's like Google Gemini in reverse.
Yeah, white people shouldn't rap.
No.
Jonah Hill.
Wait, what? This is
And
disturbing.
Kendrick Lamar, Dre's
That's John Cena.
It is John Cena, yeah.
Oh.
Yo.
The quartering.
Is
It's Jeremy right there.
Handsome Squidward.
Wait, that's the
it is
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Mickey Rourke.
Ice-T just looks
Looks
It's
the
like
same.
Ice-T, yeah.
looks like Violent J a little.
This is how you know we're all the same, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Actually, there was one more. Eminem. Oddly enough. There he is.
The fact that it's so poorly done is just
That's why I
good.
picked
It's
it.
just so great. It's just his face right on top.
Yep. Just squeezed right into the
He
old...
looks like a Shriner.
He does.
In that hat.
Yeah. Which is, by the way, the coolest he's ever looked.
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
Well,
Now that we've
towards
talked
the
about
end of
the
my show.
disgusting world of Hollywood,
yes. I'm glad you could come out here.
Oh,
thank you so much.
yeah. Thank you for having me. This was great.
Oh,
Chris,
for real.
Thank you as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Thanks
Oh,
for nothing,
thanks.
Chris. That's
You look
I'm
fantastic.
sorry I couldn't make it. I'll be out there next time, I promise. So
No, I like your little area there you got in the studio. You got a lot of stuff. You got a Batman
Oh.
chair.
yeah, lots
You
of
got
stuff.
your own
R2-D2. What's your prized
fleshlight?
possession?
There's the Dune popcorn bucket. There's a
There's a couple.
Shakespeare
There's
bus.
another Dune popcorn
there's-
bucket. There's another
I
Dune.
think there's 3 there. It looks like.
No, there's 4 if you look carefully.
You just can't tell.
Oh, I see
Okay,
the dude.
Low
Low
camera.
What's your favorite thing in that room?
I like the Shakespeare bust. It's right here.
Oh, that's cool.
It's from the Adam West 66 Batman TV series. You know, when he pulled back the head
Yeah.
and it had the little switch that opened the bookcase so they could go down the poles.
Oh,
Yes.
One said Dick and the other one said Bruce
yeah.
on the poles. Remember
Yeah.
that
The bat poles,
in that show?
which is also what they called their trailers,
Right.
according to what's his name? Why am I blanking? on
Which
his
one?
name? Not Adam
Ward?
West. Burt Ward.
Burt Ward, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Word, yeah.
originally wanted to rename Bruce Wayne because Bruce was too gay of a name.
At the time, yeah.
At the
Same
time.
with that's why they called him Dr. David Banner and not Dr. Bruce Banner on
Right.
The Incredible Hulk.
It's very strange. I don't get that.
Bruce
Yeah,
is such
how
a
is
strong
Bruce
name.
a gay name? I never. Was that a thing maybe from the 70s?
It's all in the delivery.
They
I
knew
think.
one gay guy named Bruce. They were like,
Yeah.
we can't.
Don't represent that guy.
It sounds like Bruise. Like it doesn't sound gay.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like tough.
But I think Bruce Willis made it tough by going into Die Hard.
Right.
Also, the name of Jaws, Bruce the shark.
Yeah. I mean,
He
they
was
didn't know.
gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shark was gay.
DEI.
You see it in a lot of parties in the 80s before he died.
Yeah.
A lot of cocaine use.
A lot of coke. A lot
Didn't
of
work.
Died of
anal
AIDS
nitrate poppers.
Yep.
in the 80s.
This brings us to the end of the world. What Hollywood star would you like to see in a softcore porn directed by one of their kids?
Oh, no.
Angelina Jolie, because they'd have to make like 17 sequels.
Oh, I like that. Angela.
Brad Pitt, same reason.
Oh, I like that.
Got me.
Let's see. Who do we go to first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Jada Pinkett Smith, because her son's friends have already done it. It's about time Jaden had his chance.
Get a camera in that room. Make some content.
Okay. What do you got for me, Chris?
Whoever Emma Stone's dad is. Oh, wait. She already made it. It's called Poor Things. Have you seen Poor Things?
no.
It's great.
Is it weird? It looks weird as hell.
I liked it, but I like stuff that's weird. I like David Lynch movies.
So do
A lot
I.
of sexy sex.
So
I also like David Lynch movies.
Dave,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I was writing down Poor Things.
for future reference.
Literally doing that. I'm gonna go with not Kevin Spacey, but I don't know if he has kids, so I'm also gonna go with Alec Baldwin because it would be fun to hear him verbally abuse his daughter through the whole process. Also, he would probably misfire and hit someone by accident.
Oh, no.
You're the director. You're not even in this film.
Get it with
Selfish
his
pig.
you selfish pig.
Killed him.
oh my God. Dave,
Yes.
I just now noticed the t-shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
That is my favorite bar in Los Angeles, Jumbo's Clown Room.
It is a strip club, we found out, and I wish I could go there because I didn't even know it existed until like a month ago.
I'll take you there. I used to live around the corner from there on Normandy Street. It was my corner bar, no cover charge. The drink's a little overpriced, but hey, and there's no nudity there. It's like a
Burlesque, right?
bikini bar. Burlesque. It's awesome.
I'm going with you. I've heard amazing things, and then I wore it to Rogan's Club last week, and there's the same thing. Tons of people that were from LA were like, dude, that's my favorite place.
It's legendary. Courtney Love used to strip there in the 90s when it was much more dangerous. Now it's sort of a hipster
Lord.
place.
And she was younger back then, too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But very dirty place.
Yeah.
I love Jumbo's. I've got some good stories in there. I don't know if we have time to tell them, but yeah.
You can throw one out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw one out. Okay. So I was dating this girl for like a really brief period of time. And it was like right around Christmas. And I thought, well, we've only been dating for a little bit. I don't want to get her a big Christmas present. So I got her a bunch of little cute presents that were just kind of goofy and fun. Well, we broke up right before the holidays. So I had this bag of like little small gifts. So I went to Jumbo's Clown Room on Christmas Eve.
Oh, you player.
I gave all of the strippers wrapped gifts that were cute, and it was like I gave them $100 bill. They were all coming out saying, oh my God, this is so great. So now it's become a tradition that on Christmas Eve, I go to Jumbo's Clown Room and I bring wrapped gifts to give the strippers. And it is,
Your stripper
it's a lot of fun. I am stripper Santa.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, no,
At
it
Jumbo's.
just started
No
a
beard.
tradition. Jumbo's, we'll go because I might know people there. But yeah, let's go.
Dude, I will go for sure. That's awesome.
Okay.
Ho, ho,
It's the
ho.
best name of anything.
It's pretty great. All right, write that down. Write that down.
Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yeah.
And where can we check them out again?
Filmthreat.com. Filmthreat on everything.
Threat,
Yeah.
like threatening
From threat.
your mother
Threat.
to do better
Film threat.
in a sex scene. Film threat.
See you tomorrow.